Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Did I say good morning? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's the Amir Shakur Speaks Morning Show. We're back at it again, back in the saddle, back in the saddle. And yeah, it's the wake up. It's the wake up. What are we doing here? We're establishing authority. We're setting today with intention. Peace and power. Peace and power to the early risers, because hey, that's what it takes to get it done. All right, all right. So what's going on with you guys? I'm back again, and I'm gonna tell you what's going on. I don't even know why I even asked you that. This is May 14th in the morning, and we're here. Good morning and welcome to Amir Shakur Speaks the Morning Show, sponsored by ASN News. And we're not here to just report the news. For those who don't know, we want to hold the systems that govern us accountable. Who is us? Us is the community. Us is your block. Us is your block club. Us is, your township. Us is your city hall. Us is your state capital. Us is, the United States of America. And let's take it to maybe the southern half of the world, and then we can extend that to the globe across the planet. And if it impacts your community, we're going to dig into the truth. And that's what we do. That's what we do at the Amir Shakur Speaks Morning Show. And hey, I love it. I like it if you love it. If you love it, I like it. And vice versa. All right. All right. So I tell you what, let's do this while we're having at it. And we got a little bit of a news cycle. But if you haven't, for the first time, if you've been on the first time and you're watching the show as or in rotation or in syndication or live right now, just with me. This is the ABS studios behind us, and we're broadcasting live from the ABS studios, and it's the morning, and we're here. Amir Shakur Speaks Morning Show. So like, subscribe, and share, and join our happy. Did I say they were happy? Join our happy VIPs in the VIP room, and they're at it this morning already. Look at them. Good morning, Canada and the UK and all the viewers from other countries. Please join. I think I gave you a little bit of a country voice this morning. I don't know why, but hey, I don't know. Anyway, like, subscribe, and share. Your voice matters. Leave a comment. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That's Miss Ramona showing us love, and one of our great VIPs. Good morning to our host, Amir Shakur Speaks, the sharpest mind in the morning. You know what? I didn't even tell them about that, but I'm glad you did, because I am the sharpest. Let me speak over the graphic. I'm the sharpest mind in the morning, y'all. Peace and power. And yes, thank you for being the truth seeker with me. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about the news cycle while we're at it. And we're going to start off with one of your favorites and mine. And again, if you're here and you're joining for the first time, UK, Canada, anywhere around the world, Ghana, wherever you're at, go ahead and get into the Amir Shakur Speaks broadcast channel. Like, subscribe, and share, and we're gonna be happy to get on, and your voice matters. So stand up and speak out. All right. So anyway, now that we've gotten the formalities done, and we'll start off with your favorite and my favorite and our favorite and someone's favorite and probably nobody's true favorite. How about that? All right, we're going to start off with none other than the man of the hour, Mr. Trump. Moment of silence. Moment of silence for Mr. Trump. No, sir. All right, anyway. So Mr. Trump apparently met with the Chinese President Xi Jinping today at the Great Hall of the People. And while Trump emphasized that relationships are better than ever, and I mean, my God, this is such I don't even know what to call it, but I mean, relationships are better than ever between the United States and China today. But yesterday it was, hey, the Chinese, you must be from China. Hey, are you China? Are you from China? Kind of thing. And, it's like, we're saying that with a negative slant, but, now it's like, hey, President Xi, we're great. We're great pals. We're better than ever. And you, such a warm welcome. I mean, I got to show you this video. It is amazing. And the president of China often issues stern warnings regarding Taiwan, noting that clashes, even conflicts, could arise if the issue isn't handled properly. The discussions also covered rare earth and food and trade, and it's something that Mr. Trump routinely does. He sucks up to especially some of the strong arm leadership of the world, and the dictators, and because he fashions himself, I guess, to be like them. So we're gonna show you the clip. I'm gonna stop talking, but it's a doozy, and I'm a little bit embarrassed for those of the Trump administration because I mean, it's okay to be stern and condemn and speak your piece, but I mean this sucking up thing is just, I mean, for me it's a level of just something that I have never seen before in my lifetime. But most of the stuff that he does, we have it. So I think we have the video, folks. We're gonna go to the video, let you check it out, and I'm gonna be quiet and let the video speak for itself. And yeah, here we go.
Well, President Xi, I want to thank you very much. First of all, that was an honor like few have ever seen before. And I think I was particularly impressed by those children. They were happy. They were beautiful. The military is obvious. It couldn't be better, but those children were amazing, and they represent so much. And I know they represent so much to you. You and I have known each other now for a long time. In fact, the longest relationship of our two countries that any president has had. And that's, to me, an honor. We've had a fantastic relationship. We've gotten along. When there were difficulties, we worked it out. I would call you and you would call me. And whenever we had a problem, people don't know, whenever we had a problem, we worked that out very quickly. And we're going to have a fantastic future together. Such respect for China, the job you've done. You're a great leader. I say it to everybody. You're a great leader. Sometimes people don't like me saying it, but I say it anyway because it's true. I only say the truth. And I just want to say on behalf of all of the great delegation that we have the greatest businessmen, the biggest, and I guess the best in the world. We have amazing people, and they're all with me. Every single one of them. We asked the top 30 in the world, every single one of them said yes. And I didn't want the second or the third in the company. I wanted only the top. And they're here today to pay respects to you and to China. And they look forward to trade and doing business. And it's going to be totally reciprocal on our behalf. So I really look very much forward to our discussion. It's a big discussion. There are those that say this is maybe the biggest summit ever. They can never remember anything like it. I can say in the United States, people aren't talking about anything else. But it's an honor to be with you. It's an honor to be your friend. And the relationship between China and the USA is going to be better than ever before. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Prince.
All right. So, if you're just joining us, your favorite and I, Mr. President Trump, sucking up to the president of China. And it's great to be your friend. And we've been enjoying a great relationship like never before. And oh my God, I can't make it up. What do you guys think? I mean, I have never seen such a shameful display from a U.S. president in my life. And good morning to you. And I knew it. Taco, what a jerk. I've never seen anything like this before. The Duchess, listen, let me say something to you. I've never seen anything like this in my life. China is a country kind of to attempt to cooperate with. Yeah, they're not the country we want to cooperate with, okay? Right. They're not a true friend. They're not. They're not. So who's sucking up and saying, hey, we've been great friends and we've enjoyed happy relationships and all this other kind of stuff, right? The president has to try to work with China. No, he doesn't. He has to maintain American relations and diplomatic relations, but be stern about American interests around the world and not suck up. And you would think that he would. So speaking of sucking up, we're gonna move on VIPs, but I don't know. I'm gonna hold my reserve for the next segment, which involves guess who? Your favorite subject, your favorite person, the biggest loser of the week as well, I might add, and mine, that's going to be Mr. Trump. And we're not on the Trump roll. It's just that, I just can't make up this news cycle. So here's the thing. The breaking news is U.S. senators, amidst this meeting, are calling for President Trump to be removed from office and envelop the 25th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States, right? Representative, I can't even get it out. It's wow, it's so profound. Jamie Raskin introduced the legislation to establish a commission on presidential capacity, meaning that they're saying that Mr. Trump's mindset is just totally blown and gone. And not only is he calling for the president to be removed, which is the 25th Amendment effort, because of concerns, critics are pointing to erratic conduct, threats towards Iran, and with over 50 Democrats calling for the action, the calls for removal are not even interpolitical, but outside of DC, outside of the political circles. The NAACP is also calling for the removal, and organizations like an organization, Common Cause, which is a national social justice organization, and they are asking for the president of the United States to be removed. And I kind of believe, guys, that they got some kind of merit about it, and I'm not going to disclose what they're saying. I think it might be something fair. 25th Amendment. Let's share some video about that. We're going to go through that. And when you guys get the video, let me know. We'll pull it up. And I think this video also has a little bit about, from Fox News, by the way, has a little bit about the war with Iran. So let's go ahead and pull up that and go to that video. And I'm going to sit back and watch, and then I'll give you my take on this whole thing, right? 25th Amendment.
The U.S. and Iran are set to meet this weekend for negotiations to try and end the war in the Islamic Republic. Vice President J.D. Vance traveling to Pakistan to head the talks, and there is a great deal at stake. The war has now gone on for nearly 6 weeks, leaving thousands of people dead. The war has also shaken the global economy, with fuel costs hitting record highs.
In light of the president's comments earlier this week that the whole Iranian civilization would die if the Strait of Hormuz was not opened, a growing number of Democratic lawmakers have been building the case for the Trump cabinet to invoke the 25th Amendment, allowing for his eventual removal. Today, Congressman Jamie Raskin upped the ante, calling for Trump to take a cognitive test and provide a detailed report on his physical and mental health.
With more, we're joined by KTLA Law and Politics analyst Jessica Levinson. Jessica, good to have you. So as Democrats build this case to invoke the 25th Amendment, let's start with the basics. What is it? Why is it in place? And how would invoking it work?
So we're just a few questions. So we're really talking about Section 4 of the 25th Amendment, which has never been invoked. And this deals with an involuntary transfer of power by the vice president and the cabinet deciding to meet and then saying that the president is unable to discharge the duties of his office. At that point, the vice president becomes the acting president, but, and this could very likely happen in this case, if we ever got to this point, which let's be clear, we're not going to, but then the president could say, actually, I'm fine, thanks so much. Then the vice president and a majority of the cabinet have to decide if they're going to move forward. If they do, We then have a showdown where Congress has to act within 21 days. So Congress gets 21 days to say, yes, the president can in fact serve, he is fit, or no, he's not. And it takes a 2/3 vote by Congress, by both houses, to make that determination. So we're talking about a political decision. We're not talking about doctors making a decision. We're not talking about cognitive tests. We're talking about the vice president and a majority of the cabinet deciding to do something that, frankly, they're not going to do.
Yeah, it's a long shot. But if it were to get that far in the process, could President Trump fight back? I mean, is there any precedent for its use?
So no precedent for its use, as we've talked about. There's lots of discussion, and specifically after January 6th, there was a lot of discussion about whether or not Section 4 of the 25th Amendment should be used in that case. Now, of course, what we need for it to be invoked is a decision by people who are very loyal to the president. The vice president who's chosen by the president, a majority of the cabinet who's chosen by the president. You asked me, could the president fight back? Yes, absolutely. As we just talked about, that's embedded in this whole procedure where the president can say, don't take this power away from me. I'm absolutely fine. Now, as you know, other parts of the 25th Amendment deal with a voluntary transfer of power. This is where you take it away from the president. It's supposed to be a safety valve, but there's a reason we've never used it. It's difficult, it's vague, and it calls on political actors that are loyal to the president.
As you've heard, Congressman Raskin calling on the president to take a cognitive test in light of his recent comments on Iran. Does Congress have any power to do anything in that arena?
He has the power, like anybody else, to grab a microphone and say, I'm troubled by the president and I think he should take a cognitive test. But under the Constitution, under Section 4 of the 25th Amendment, does any member of Congress have the power to initiate an involuntary transfer of power? No. Now, we could have a separate discussion about impeachment. And of course, we have had that discussion with respect to this president before. But that's where Congress gets the power to say, we're going to start a process to involuntarily remove the president.
Yeah, this is definitely about politics as well. So let's say House Democrats continue down this path. What do you think the political implications are? And I mean, we're coming up on the midterms.
I think that's the right way to think about this question because, frankly, there's a reason, again, we haven't used it. It's so hard. There's so much vagueness built in. I mean, think about a situation where you want more clarity. Frankly, we don't have it with the language of what does it mean to be unable to discharge the duties of your office? I think that for a lot of Democratic voters, they want their members of Congress to take more specific and aggressive stands. And I think they have decided in part politically, and many may truly believe that the president is unable to continue to fulfill his duties. But I think that it's both a policy and a political decision.
Let's pivot a little to press freedoms, two major legal rulings this week, one involving the Washington Post, the other involving, and this has been getting a lot of publicity, press access to the Pentagon. Walk us through this and what's at stake. What are the implications?
So let's think about what's happening in the Pentagon. The Pentagon changed its policy and said that journalists could pose a security risk, and specifically that journalists were covering certain classified information. And what happened is the Pentagon essentially tried to force journalists to sign an acknowledgement saying, I understand, and therefore you should give me my credential. Most journalists, the vast majority, refused to sign. They went to court and a federal judge said, you know what, you're right. This policy infringes on your ability to news gather and it's problematic. So I'm imposing an injunction. Then what happens just this week is the Pentagon actually tries to say, we're changing the policy. News organizations went back to court and said, all you've done is impose even a more draconian policy. You're trying to flout the district court judge's order. The judge this week, just yesterday, I believe, agreed and said, you can't try and get around my injunction by imposing a new policy that's really just masquerading as the old policy.
Oh, well, thank you.
All right, guys. So if you're just joining, talking about the 25th Amendment of the United States, and Representative Jamie Raskin basically has enveloped the 25th Amendment while Trump is in China, and it's saying that it's calling for Trump to be removed from office and actually testing his mental cognitive ability. And what does that mean? What does that mean? Let's break down a little bit of that, okay? So, the critics are pointing to the erratic conduct towards Iran, and the cultural removal are growing, and there are public hurdles and calls which Representative Vance isn't in the congressional leadership are trying to envelop. And what is the 25th Amendment, for those who are asking? Amir, what's the 25th Amendment? So basically, the 25th Amendment is the 25th Amendment is the call for the president to be removed from office, and that's pretty much what it is. So, we are here and we're looking at that, and we're going to continue feeding you and giving you the news and the stories about it as we stand. So give me 1 second and let's go ahead and bring up what it is. And so it was ratified in 1967. It allows for the vice president to become the acting president, and if the president is unable to discharge their duties, the 25th Amendment, it's never been used. So that's what it is. And again, it's against the sitting president. So what do you guys think? Well, I'm going to suggest that at this point, if it were used, I think it might be poignant to do it in the case of this President Donald Trump, which leads me to my next segment. And just a picture can tell 1,000 words. And guess what? We're doubling, tripling, and quadrupling down. And guess what? A picture can tell 1,000 words today is, if you have a bar mitzvah or a wedding, or, maybe you got a ceremony you like to have addressed. Well, we're doing it on the course of this particular person, President Donald J. Trump, and it's our picture can tell 1,000 words section, and it's President Trump at his usual shenanigans. So there you have it. And with him being in China, I should say, it's something that we got to continue to look at and look for, and just crazy things that are going on. So President Trump, maybe the 25th Amendment would apply, and this is why I'm showing and picturing him as a picture can tell 1,000 words, because if there isn't a case for a 25th Amendment removal, look at this picture. Look at that. Let's see if I can touch it. I can't touch it. Look at that. I tell you, President Xi is gonna protect me anyway. At this point, we gotta look at this thing for what it really is, and I think we're gonna have a long next few days, while President Trump is in China. I don't know how long he's gonna be there, but hopefully it will be over with within the next day or so, maybe today. But anyway, the struggle with the 25th Amendment is ongoing, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Anyway, this is going to lead me to my editorial today, and I'm going to say that the information crisis is something that we are in. I want you to clip this, okay, by the way, and let me know what you think about it. But let's say this. Let me put on my straight, serious face. So the information crisis we're in is an age just basically where everything that's real is fake. Everything that's fake is real. And I mean, we're living in a bizarro world where, even journalism, the best top journalists in Washington are under siege, not just from relentless news cycle, but from lawfare. What is that? It's a PR strategy where, state actors like Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and Lindsey Graham, try to meditate and mediate the pace of what it is that we believe. Even though we just saw it as truth yesterday, they'll say something opposite and expect us to basically speak it into existence from their standpoint. Oh, because JD Vance said it, or Donald Trump said it, or Lindsey Graham said it, now it's true. So anyway, according to the World Press Freedom Index, and I'm going to share that with you, the World Press Freedom Index means that less than 1% of the global population now lives in a country where press freedom is categorized as good. And as a person who is an independent journalist, as a person who believes in free speech and champions that around the world globally, our mission remains the same, right? It remains steadfast, whether we're analyzing reality TV or this president who is a former reality TV shows host, and I think he's running a reality TV show right now in DC, an ongoing one, probably one of the biggest ones we've ever seen, to say the least. But anyway, I think that, we have to refuse to allow these negative truths to be our reality. And let's go ahead and steer away from the digital noise, y'all. Our goals have to be clear. We have to understand that these arguments are, a lot of them fictitious. A lot of them are not reality based, to say the least. But let's look for consensus. Let's look for some of the strategy is look for the better, powerful media, powerful voices, powerful leaders, and let's depend upon them that we know that deliver truth to power as much as possible. Okay, there's no foolproof 100 plan. There's nothing that exists like that. But if we're analyzing reality versus the reality of Trump versus the reality of the world, I can say that and suggest that they're two different dynamics. All right. So let's be grounded in the voices that demand transparency. Let's look for those folks. Let's depend upon them. And, people like Amir Shakur speaks, right? The sharpest mind in urban media, to say the least. Let's look for those type of voices because, we can depend upon those type of voices to tell the truth and speak truth to power as much as possible. And, in our VIPs, let's listen to those guys. He needs to talk less about policy while in China. Well, I don't know what he's going to talk about, but I mean, we're going to keep hope alive on that. But anyway, just enough to say that, this morning show has been pleasurable. It's been enjoyable, but let's go ahead and focus on today, and let's continue to keep our eyes on the prize, and maybe keep one eye open while we're asleep with one hand on the shotgun. I don't know. Oh my God, it's never changing. But we're gonna stay vigilant, and we're gonna keep telling the truth, and we're gonna remain steadfast. Like I said, let's keep showing the people that is real, and I think that's the best that we can do from our standpoint. Hey, there's a truth about community, and we need it like never before. Amen. Well, that's my time, y'all, and let's see what you gotta say. Oh wow. Listen, I appreciate you VIPs. I appreciate everybody in the VIP room. Let's keep watching, and I'll keep telling the truth. If you keep helping me and we're working together, then we can start to make a truthful, level world. All right. Anyway, before I get any more cornier, I'll talk to you guys later. That's my time. I'm out of here. Peace and power and love.